What's up? What's up? What's up, world?
Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoin and Bourbon. Well, actually, I'm drinking coffee, so we can call this cryptos and coffee today because it's early that we're recording this. I'm your host, Marty J, aka the Side Stacker.
I'm Bitcoin Block, aka Crypto Jones, and we got a special edition for you, right? We got a gift for y'all, only because it's the holiday seasons. It's the holiday seasons. We're gonna bless y'all with a gift. There's some great news in the air. Before we go any further, I'm sorry. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell because you want to be notified. Because we ain't doing nothing but just passing this knowledge on people. That's all.
That's right. It's been it's been an interesting week to say the least. Very interesting because everybody that's been in this space. Whether you're OG like myself or somebody that that hasn't been in the space for too long, we realized that now the banks are here. We knew the banks were going to be here eventually. That's something that we always knew. We didn't realize it would be this fast. You got JP Morgan, Bank of America, Barclays. You got the second largest bank in Russia.
It's here.
I'm speechless. I'm still speechless, and it's bittersweet because the banks will shake people out of their positions. And I had a reel on my Instagram page yesterday where I was saying, listen, the banks and all these big whales in Wall Street. They wrote the rules of money. And they weren't going to buy the DGen's Bitcoin at 120, not at 110, not at 100,000. They said, we're going to shake the tree. Okay, we're going to test your conviction. And we're going to shake the tree, and we're going to get your Bitcoin from you at 80,000, 85,000, 90,000. We're going to load up our bags, and then we'll run it up, and we'll sell it back to you at $500,000. 400,000, 600,000. That's the play. And so the thing, here's the other thing that we have recognized: the Bitcoin cycles are broken. It's not a trip. See, we've had 3 cycles of data that show us that after the halving year, the parabolic phase of the Bitcoin and crypto cycle is when things pump to the moon. And right now, if we were in a regular cycle, everything would be pumping right now. Everything, especially altcoins.
What they doing, they shaking people out of their positions, like he said.
They're resetting the market. The market is being reset. They've come in and they realize that, okay, we need to get our position. We need to get our foundation in this new asset class. You guys don't understand what I just said. New asset class. Do you realize how long it is, or how often, let me say this, how often new asset classes are introduced to the world?
This is the first of
its kind. When was the last time a new asset class was introduced to the world? I would have to look that up.
I'm talking about, but the question is, when was the first time a new asset was introduced to the world where everyone had access to it? Besides, like a lot of assets was introduced, but only the big wigs behind the scenes had introduced. You see what I'm saying? Like gold. When gold was allowed that.
But gold been around forever. Like, I'm talking about, like, I hear what you're saying.
No, I'm talking about, since I'm saying it, where it's like retail.
Yeah, but even that, you're going down a different lane. That's a whole different lane we could go down. But just in terms of asset classes, real estate is an asset class.
Okay.
Commodities are asset class, like you said, gold, silver, stocks are an asset class. Bitcoin and crypto is a whole new asset class. Yeah. When was the last time a whole new asset class was introduced and adopted this fast?
That's homework.
And see, there's the signal that you should be realizing and recognizing. Because if you go and do some homework, and I'm actually going to do some homework, you're going to see it's probably been hundreds of years before since a new asset class has been introduced
250
and been adopted this fast. When you got countries, you got banks, all the biggest banks, BlackRock, Okay, and I was bro, we were just talking the other day. I said, y'all, Bitcoin and crypto had me at BlackRock. When Larry Fink got in the game, I'm like, okay, we official. But then Vanguard,
BIS, the Bank of International Settlements.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Vanguard, like, man, people.
Like, so here's the thing, and we say this all the time, Block. You know, people, they get flooded out and they get scared by the volatility, the price. Like, I don't want to lose my money. Instead of watching the signal, okay? When you got billionaires and banks and countries, Texas, states, that's by Harvard, endowment funds like Harvard.
It's the fear. It's the fear of losing, OG. And I understand. I mean, Marty, I think it's the because you know we was a lot of people, and I say we because we still are the people. A lot of us was programmed to really like have emotions when we do. You know, like we very emotional as investors, and when you see a price go from here to there, literally within days, the average person they gonna grab their money. You see, because it happens so fast where it's like a lot of people don't understand what they hold when they invest. Most people invest with intentions as a lottery ticket. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. A lot of us, like me and you, like when I first started, I'll just speak for me, my conviction, when I first started investing, I wanted to be a lottery ticket until I did my own due diligence and realized like, oh, no, this is long term. Yeah. It's long term. Yeah. So it's like, it's when I used to watch it, I was just telling him doing before we even started filming, when I was down like 100K in my portfolio. I used to like, man, am I ever gonna get that? And then once I learned, like this is a correction. If you get shooken out, you just like them. And I pride myself on being him. Yeah. So it's like I don't never want to be like them.
So to that point, to Block's point, when you are in this space, especially in any space, if you're like, you know what, I want to get some Nvidia stock or MetaPlanet or Tesla or Amazon. You don't invest money that you can't afford to have it fluctuate or go up and down for a while. Because we're not traders, all right? Any advice that we give you, we're not giving you advice as a day trader. Right. We have no advice for you.
We investors.
Right? We are investors. We are looking at this thing long term. We're looking at this thing 5 to 10 years. And here's why, all right? Here's why we preach this sound money gospel called Bitcoin. If you think you're gonna retire off of $500,000,
you're gonna be back working within 5 years. I promise you.
Listen, I don't mean to be blunt. I don't mean to scare you. But the fact of the matter is, if you think you're gonna retire off of $500,000, heck, even $1 million, if you're a hermit. And you don't really do anything, you don't plan to travel, you don't want to go out and have a nice meal, you want to, your nice meal is going to White Castle or grabbing some Chipotle, and you're going to Netflix and chill, $1 billion will do you, all right? But I know my people, we like to have a good time, we like to go out and enjoy ourselves, we like to go and live our best life. $500,000 to $1 million ain't going to cut it, boo. Ain't gonna cut it, Playboy. It's not gonna cut it. So you gotta. We're trying to tell you. We're trying to teach you. Not tell you. All right. We're just trying to teach you. We just giving y'all the game as we know it, and as we have experienced it. The dollar is being replaced. The BRICS nation, which is what is BRICS? It's like Russia, Brazil.
India,
China, Africa, it's like
South Korea.
Yeah, it's like 7 countries. They're like planning on introducing this thing called the unit, which is like a dollar-backed currency. Like people, the dollar, these greenbacks that we have in our pockets. I'm trying to grab it out of my pocket, but these greenbacks, this is trash, man.
Paper.
This is trash, and it is being replaced. You think it's a coincidence that all the banks that said they would never get into the Bitcoin and crypto space, all of a sudden flip like that?
To speak on the banks,
the moment that Vanguard came into the space, they flipped like that. Let me explain to you what Vanguard is and how important Vanguard is to this space. BlackRock is a different animal. Okay, well, Vanguard is. Because BlackRock getting into this space, BlackRock's IBIT ETF, you're going to get a lot of people trading in and out of the asset, all right? When Vanguard enters the space as they are now, you're going to get a whole different type of investor because Vanguard, they run a lot of pensions and 401k money that's coming out of people's checks automatically on a weekly, bi-weekly basis.
That you work for.
And they're not trying to trade in and out of the market. They're just gonna keep it stacking it, stacking it, stacking it, stacking it, stacking it. Whole different animal, whole different stream of revenue that's coming into the space. And you're gonna witness the Vanguard effect. And it's not ironic to me, it's not coincidental to me that as soon as Vanguard, because Vanguard is very, 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 very conservative in their approach. They're very conservative. So when Vanguard got into the space, they put the Vanguard signal in the sky, like the Batman signal, said we here, and then everybody came rushing in.
Cause I got
everybody came rushing in.
I gotta be banked. I gotta be banked, people. If you don't know what debanked is, I can't bank here no more. All because I was buying crypto. Ain't that crazy? Where it's like the average, like looking from the outside in, I smiled. Remember I told you today when I went to go? Man, I smiled on the way out of this bank because I understood, like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm here.
I want to hit on something because I want to make sure that, because Block brought up something that was so important. And my brother said this before. I'm sitting in the chair months ago and getting my hair cut. He's like, a lot of people just be scared. And we get that. And what we're trying to do is alleviate your fears now. Because what's more scarier, being afraid to invest in a volatile asset right now, that is the scarcest asset humanity has ever seen, or being in your retirement days and realizing that you're going to run out of money and you don't have the skill to go make the money that you made when you was 20, 30, 40, 50 years old. What is more scarier? When you sitting on the couch with your significant other and y'all realize we don't have enough money to live off of. We're going to run out of money in the next few years. You think some of these people that you see at Walmart, at Target, at Home Depot,
they want to be there?
They want to be there?
They gotta be there. They have
a lot
to be
of these
there.
people that are working at these places, a lot of these are these old individuals that you see, they don't want to be at work. They rather be on an island sipping a fruity drink with a umbrella in it,
listening to
traveling the world,
cha-cha music,
right? And so we understand. It's so hard for people to fathom that's where the world is heading, but it's going there it's going there at a neck-breaking pace. And let me give it to you like this, because we in football season. A lot of people are going to be watching the Bengals and the Bills, or you may be watching Baltimore and the Steelers if you're a Steeler fan. The Cowboy fans, y'all just took an L to the Detroit Lions on Thursday night, but it's all good. When you go to these games, you go watch your favorite football team, your favorite basketball team, what group of individuals in the arena make the most money? What group of individuals? Is it the spectators in the stands, or is it the people on the field? You guys know the answer to that question. It's the players on the field that make the most money. My point is this: if you want to achieve and have life-changing wealth, you're going to have to get in the game and play. You're going to have to get in the game. You can't sit in the stands and spectate. You're going to have to get in the game and play. And yes, there are risks to playing the game. Football, there's injuries, there's concussions, there's all kinds of ailments that can fall upon you. No different than this Bitcoin and crypto space. You got the whales and these big money makers, man, they manipulating the price. And people say, well, why would I want to get into something if they manipulating the price? Again, if you want to create life-changing wealth, if you want to escape the rat race, get out of this fiat matrix, you're going to have to play the game. And this is the cost of admission, volatility.
And to piggyback on fear, like, look at it this deep, especially if you got kids. Why would you want to pass that fear on to your kids? Like, people, we pass on a lot of things, like generations after generations after generations, and I finally caught it. Like, I was the risk taker in my generation.
Let me pause you for a second. What we talked about this on the last episode. What brings about fear?
The not knowing. People fear what they don't understand. which is cool. But once you do your research and understand, because there's no equivalent to when your first day at work, your first day at school. It's the same difference. Everybody fears something that they can't control, and they fear what they don't understand. But in order to get over fear, you got to go through it. You got to understand this, right? This is a different asset class. When they say once in a lifetime opportunity, right? Take heed to that. If you don't do it for you, do it for your kids. Why would you want your... And I want people to really answer this truthfully. If you say yes, then you got issues. If you got kids, and you're a hard worker right now at your job, right? You making someone else rich. Why would you want to pass on that to your kid? You got a chance to get your kid out of this rat race. A lot of people, we are gerbils. I go, because I'm speaking for me. I was in that mindset before. A lot of people are gerbils, where they feel, even if you, it's people right now making 6 figures a year still complaining and crying. You know why? Because they can't beat inflation. You ain't crying because you broke. You ain't crying because you poor. Yeah. A lot of people cry because they can't beat inflation.
Because they realize, like, I done made it. I got to a 6-figure income, and I'm still struggling. Like, life was supposed to be different when I got to this point. Why is it not different? I'm still in the same spot when I was earning 5 figures.
You see what I'm saying?
Right? And so you got to understand how the game is played. And yes, like in the stock market, in the Bitcoin crypto market, you got money makers and big whales, people with big money. They manipulate the price. It's always been that way. It will always be that way. But you got to play the game. This is the game. This is the price of admission. If you want to escape the rat race, if you ever want to go from having a lifestyle that is you're going to be able to pass down to your family for generations to come, you got to play the game. You have to make money, all right? Cover your non-negotiables. That's your mortgage, rent, car payment, your cell phone, insurances,
everything else get invested.
And then everything else get invested. I was just filming on my Assassin Success channel about Black Friday. We broke a record. Listen, America is broke, man. And when I say that, our country is broke. We over $38 trillion in debt. There's a lot of households saddled in debt. And yet, somehow, some way, we found a way to break a record in spending on Black Friday. That's the $11.8 billion spent on things that we didn't really need to buy just because the deal was so good to pass up. Man, Black Friday will be there next year. It'll be there the year after that.
You know what?
$85,000 Bitcoin won't.
You know what else won't be there? People, and I say this right. People that don't value nothing, they don't believe it's worth for themselves. People. Time is the most, before Bitcoin, it's the time. Time is the most valuable asset that any human on this earth obtain. And when you diminish or basically deflate your time on this earth, right, you passing that on. That's a disease, people. We all got a chance to reprogram our future. That's what Bitcoin is. You get to reprogram your future. All off of, like right now, it's this documentary going around Diddy. I see that it's like, people more concerned with 50 Cent and Diddy than they are with their expenses.
I heard about it. I don't even know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on with it.
So when you value something, right, and I just say this, right, the first step to anything before you even get off zero, right, you got to understand, you got to reset. The way you think is the reason why you are stuck. This is not it ain't never this. It's more like this. Come on. Like he said this in a few episodes. Bitcoin is so forgiving where Bitcoin will go to the moon, come back down on the same spaceship, tell you to come on with me, and most people will just watch it.
I'm going to tell you guys this, and listen. I'm going to give you a moment to tune in. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for the love. I'm going to give you guys something. I do not want you to miss this. Please don't miss this, and please make sure you act on what I'm about to tell you, okay? All right? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Stop what y'all doing. Pay very close attention to what I'm about to tell you. When the internet was created, all right, 1992, it was created in 1983. It didn't hit mass adoption until around 1992. That mass adoption created the new wave of millionaires and now a lot of billionaires that we see in the world today. It created a whole different technological shift. I mean, you got people like Zuckerberg and Elon and I can go on and on and on. Those people end up becoming billionaires. But the internet created a whole new wave of millionaires like we've never seen before. Bitcoin and AI is about to create a whole new wave of billionaires
that we have
like we've never seen before. It will create the first trillionaire.
We have never seen this before.
I'm telling y'all this, people. All right? We telling you this. We love you. We want you to succeed. We're not haters. We don't want it. We could keep this information in this game to ourselves.
Hate for what?
Right? And so we want you to level up. We want to celebrate with you. When you say, hey man, my portfolio is booming, we want to celebrate with you. Hey, come on, we're going to buy you a drink. Let's go. Listen, we need you guys to take some time every week and start studying this thing called Bitcoin.
That's it.
That's it. I don't care if it's just 2 hours every week. Understand what Bitcoin and this blockchain technology is about to do, what it is doing.
And did you see the other news about? Listen, Walmart starting 2026, right? You're gonna be able to. They accepting crypto payments. They don't even accept Apple Pay yet. They accepted crypto payments. People, listen, and I say this to say this, right? You know what I mean? Because like I can't stress this enough. This technology and this stuff, it's getting adopted so fast that it's like when you wake up, it's literally like, that's why you gotta stay every day with it. You gotta make winning a habit. And I mean that the first thing you do in the morning, if you scroll and you just scrolling for somebody else's life, you really lost that life. And I ain't saying this to be disrespectful. I gotta say this for you to understand this. If the first thing you do in the morning besides prayer and meditation, and you scrolling to figure out who done died, what done happened to someone else's life, and your life ain't right, oh, you lost. You lost. That's the, when we speak on this, being broke is not finances, people. I know a lot of people with money, they got a broke mindset, which always gonna make them broke for the rest of their lives. It's your mindset. Jordans come out. You don't have to have every pair of Jordans. Satoshi should be your new Jordans.
Yeah.
Satoshi's should be your new Jordans.
I am a sneakerhead. If I took y'all downstairs into the vault, y'all would say,
crazy collection.
Oh my goodness. But I ain't bought no shoes and I can't remember how long. And you know some heat that dropped
because we don't need
last weekend. I'm a candle guy. I love to go to Bath and Body Works. It's candle day weekend. I ain't even buying no candles.
What we buying, OG?
Satoshis, we stacking them sats, man. Once in a lifetime opportunity.
What?
And see, like I said, everything that we've talked about while we go out and have a cigar, or we just chopping it up playing pool, or we going to the Bitcoin conference, or we speaking with other Bitcoiners in the space, everything that we've been talking about is actually here right now, and it's come so much faster. Like I said earlier, we didn't think the banks was going to be here in 2025. Man, this is crazy. And the fact that all of this stuff is happening, it's like wow. It's like, because it's, on one end, we're like, oh man, we didn't get the pump that we normally get. Bitcoin to be at 200, 300,000.
Stay as low as you can.
But on the other end, on the other end, because the big boys and the banks and the institutions have reset the Bitcoin and crypto market, we now get the chance to stack sats at a much cheaper price, because our play, what is our play block? Our play is 20, 30. That's our play.
So we cool.
Listen, and I'm telling you right now, we gotta give you a price range, but man, $700,000 to $1 million all day, every day.
Hey,
bank it.
I can guarantee you, Bitcoin will be at $1 million by 2030, if not before. I'm talking about one coin. Gonna be at $1 million by 2030. We could go down the rabbit hole with XRP, XLM. People, we don't just talk about what we gonna do. We talk about what we are doing. What we did was we got off zero. We convicted. And I say this big only because it's almost time to wrap it up in a minute, right? My biggest thing I tell you about assets is time. We just spoke on time and all that. But the moment you start investing your time into assets is the moment your time becomes an asset. And if you don't want to do it for you, do it for the people that you love around you. Don't leave people with debt. Don't leave your people with struggle. Don't leave your people with sacrifice.
Do that. Do not do that. That's thanks, Block. Thanks for that advice.
Don't do that.
Thanks for that. That's
what you're doing is you creating a cycle where I'm gonna leave my next generation with nah.
Y'all love y'all kids. Y'all do anything for them.
And my kids gonna be great.
You do anything for your child, your children, your family. Don't leave them saddled with debt.
You get a chance.
Sure.
My fault, Jay.
No, go ahead. Make sure, before we wrap up, make sure you guys tune in and subscribe to the Bitcoin and Bourbon channel, our YouTube channel, all right? Make sure you smash up that like button and turn on your bell notifications. That helps out the algorithm, which helps us bring you guys this content. Make sure you subscribe and follow my man Crypto Jones on Instagram. Follow me at Coach MJ on Instagram.
And don't forget, by you subscribing, right, the 100th subscriber, you get a chance to win $100 fiat.
Yeah, man.
$100 fiat.
I know y'all can use that Christmas money.
Right, you gotta run it. Please, people. And what's so crazy?
I can too.
Our podcast, right? We say the same thing. We are very transparent. I'm not gonna show you my portfolio. I'm not gonna tell you how much I'm worth. Only thing I'm gonna tell you is I'm gonna bring you new worth to you. You are an asset. I want you to understand that. You are an asset. Please stop leaving your kids liabilities and turn them up. Turn them up. Yeah. You get a chance at a once in a lifetime opportunity. You sitting on your ass. Excuse my language. You sitting there watching Puff Daddy. You watching 50 Cent. You watching Young Thug. You watching nothing. People, they already made it. It's your turn now. Till next time. This is the Bitcoin and Bourbon, baby.
Peace.
Ooh, that was a dope. We pop our it's all jizzle.